Hey guys, welcome to another bonus episode of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. This is going to be a special bonus video, and I'm going to be doing, a couple bonus videos for this now, especially with the announcement of what happened at the last Nintendo Direct. I'm going to be showing off the character that, well, whenever there's DLC has been introduced into Super Smash Bros. It kind of was a thing for a while. It actually was announced in December 2014 that Mewtwo was going to be a new character that's going to be added. Well, the time has arrived on us when Mewtwo is available. Mewtwo is available on the 15th of April. For Club Nintendo owners that had both the 3DS and the Wii U version of it and registered it on Club Nintendo, they got a free code to both versions of the game for Mewtwo. And they got this a lot earlier than everybody else. By the time of this recording, it's up. It goes up on YouTube. You can purchase Mewtwo for $5 for both versions, and $4 for each standalone version. But anyways, I'm going to be doing this because, well, I kind of wanted to show what the difference. I kind of wanted to show the character off because it's brand new content for the game, and I kind of like to, show it off and share it off with everybody else. But after this little intro here, I just kind of had to put filler in, so that way you didn't have just a black screen. But I'm going to be going over to the eShop. I did get the free download for Mewtwo, so if you go to the eShop, you can go ahead and enter the code that you got. If you had Club Nintendo, by the time this recording, like I said, it's already available to purchase. So you just go to the eShop on the Wii U or 3DS, and then you just go and put in the code, and then you go and download and stuff like that. I did put the code in because, well, that's kind of personal information. That's why I didn't do it. But after you have taken the opportunity to go and downloading it, I kind of wanted to show the process of doing so because, well, Nintendo decided to do a little bit different than everything else. When you download a version, a fighter, for instance, if you download DLC for one game and you downloaded the pack for the other, it shows up on your receipt and transaction history for the other code on the other console. So, after installing the update, because at the time there was this huge update that they added to Smash Brothers, well, simply because they needed to add a DLC shop, and you'll see it here soon whenever we load up the game here. It says, your friends can send replays, Mii Fighter snapshots, yada yada yada. That's kind of a little tidbit that didn't need to be doing so, but after you do add up everything, you'll get little notifications. After you've installed everything, all the DLC that you need, and you've downloaded Mewtwo, you do get little notifications after, process of, installing the stuff on the game and everything. This took me about 30 minutes to install everything, because there was an update, plus there was the downloadable content that I had. So it took a little bit longer. I actually got this trophy because right before that, I went back and cleared all the reward conditions on the event mode, and I went ahead and did that on very hard and everything, on hard mode and everything. But Mewtwo joins the battle. Mewtwo was a fighter from Melee, and he did not come back until he became DLC for this game. And we also got Mewtwo's alternate trophy acquired. So we got his alternate trophy. It says, met all the requirements. Yeah, I did that. Like I said, I did that off screen. So I was playing the game for a while on hard mode for the event mode. But as soon as it loads up, we'll get a little notifications because a lot of things have become different since the update. It says, new Mii Fighter costumes available for the notices at the eShop. So you can actually go ahead and purchase DLC costumes for your Miis. It says you can buy downloadable content for Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo eShop. If you already have the download code, you can enter it that there too. It says you can choose between the content on the Wii U only and the content for both Wii U and 3DS. If you select the Wii U, you can only use that content on this console. If you select Wii U and 3DS, you'll also receive a download code for you to use on the 3DS system with a copy of the game. If you buy the Wii U and 3DS content, you can find the Nintendo 3DS download code on Account Activity. It says select review receipt and purchase the content and make note of the Nintendo 3DS download code. It says you can also enter download code in the DLC shop of the Super Smash Bros. Nintendo 3DS to gain access to the same downloadable content. If you've already have the Wii U download code, you can enter it at the Nintendo eShop on the Wii U. You can also find information on how to purchase downloadable content on Super Smash Bros. Website, yada yada yada. But it'll open up right there, and you can actually... This is kind of like what the update did. It also nerfed a couple characters. It also powered up some characters, and yada yada yada. So it'll automatically bring you here to the Nintendo eShop. I know this is kind of like going into rather fine detail, and I didn't really need to show this off, but I kind of wanted to show it off just for anybody who didn't know how to redeem their stuff, because Lord forbid you don't know if you don't know anything about it. But there's also a bunch of stuff here already on here for DLC. You can get a bunch of costumes for your Mii, and you can get a Link set, you can get a Majora's Mask, you can get Dunban, you can get Proto Man, and you can get X's armor and stuff like that. And by the time I recorded this, with the commentary for this, I've already purchased all this, so I was only wanting to show it off and show what it is. I've already purchased all the extra bundle and stuff, and I'm gonna be downloading all the DLC for Smash Brothers because, well, I kind of feel like I like Smash Brothers a lot, and I kind of want to have like the complete game essentially with the DLC. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyways, after you do that, you can go ahead and push B and get out of it. Now, after all that explanation about the eShop and DLC and stuff like that, as you guys can see from the main menu, a new button has appeared for DLC shop and everything. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to be doing a classic mode run with a new fighter. We're going to be doing a new classic run with Mewtwo, because I haven't played Mewtwo since Melee. And this was something that I was really looking forward to. I kind of wanted to play Mewtwo again. We're going to go ahead and make it 7.0. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, Mewtwo, like I said before, he wasn't a character since Melee. Melee had him as a character to fight as. And in Brawl, they kind of replaced him with Lucario. Lucario kind of plays the same as Mewtwo. But I mean, like, he's not really that different. I'm sorry for the little glitch there. This was recorded on my old computer. By the time of this recording, I have gotten a new one. So, but anyways, we're doing a simple run with Mewtwo here, and Mewtwo is really pretty much the same as Lucario, except for the fact that he's got a little bit different takes on everything. He's got a Shadow Ball move, he's got a Disable move, and actually you can kind of see him smack the screen there. But Mewtwo actually can do a couple things. If you push down B, he will use something called Disable, which will stun an enemy right off the bat. And if you push up B, his recovery move is Teleport. He'll teleport all the way up. It's kind of like Zelda's up B in a sense. But that's pretty much that. Mewtwo also, he's got a lot of psychic powers. If you push over B, like push over on the control stick and B, he'll flip the opponent in the air and kind of like interrupt them a little bit. That's kind of how that move works. But also Mewtwo, like I said before, they've kind of really changed him a lot since Melee. I've noticed that, like, it's the same Mewtwo, but it's also very different. His smash attacks do a lot more damage than it used to. And one thing in particular, if you jump and then push A, and you do a simple smash attack in the air by just pushing A without any control stick, he will also do something that I've never seen him do before, and I think it's something that's different change that they did from Melee. He will do like a electric shock around his body, which will shock everybody. And it's kind of really neat, and I like it. But so far, I really like Mewtwo. I am really happy they brought him back. Now, I kind of wanted to go into a little detail. Like, there's going to be a couple bonus set videos for Smash Brothers. Mainly because they've got more DLC planned for the game. The April 1st Nintendo Direct that they did, they announced that they're having another character DLC. And that is with Lucas. Now, Lucas was is a character from Mother 3, which is another Earthbound game. He was in Brawl, and he was mysteriously not here in this game. Well, they brought him back as DLC, too. So, it seems like Nintendo's going to be bringing back old fighters that used to be in Smash Brothers and making them DLC, which I really approve of, because, in my opinion, if I want a character roster, I want it to be all fighters that have been in the game before. Like, my ideal list of characters for DLC and stuff like that, I really want characters that have been in the game. So, as of right now, they are speculating 5 more slots. And I'm really hoping that if I could ask for anybody, I would probably ask for, well, Mewtwo and Lucas, obviously. I want Wolf back. I want Roy back. And I would really like Snake back if I could get anybody. Honestly, I think Snake, if anything, I know Simon Belmont's more of a Konami rep than Snake, but honestly, I think Snake is more of a Konami rep now, especially, than Simon Belmont. So I kind of really want Snake back. That's kind of what I want. But as I said before, that's kind of like, that's 5 characters right there. But they've also got something they announced was a Smash ballot at the Nintendo Direct, which is really interesting because it allows us, the players of the game, get to vote for a character that they want in Smash Brothers to be DLC. So I went ahead and voted for who I wanted in it, and who I wanted in Smash Brothers, I kind of wanted Isaac from Golden Sun, because as you guys have known from my channel, Golden Sun is my favorite game, and I kind of want a rep from that game because it is a Nintendo game. And Isaac was in Brawl. Isaac was an assist trophy in Brawl, but the strange thing about it, Isaac was absent in this game as an assist trophy. So that makes me think that they have plans for DLC for him. And I think that's why I went ahead and voted for him for the Smash ballot, because for all I know, he might be. But that's pretty much who I voted for on the Smash ballot. There's also I know for a fact that there's a lot of people that are speculating, people like King K. Rool, which is the villain from Donkey Kong Country series. They have Shantae, which is well, I wouldn't say she's a Nintendo character. She's from an indie developer called Way Forward, and she has had a lot of games on Nintendo consoles, and she just had a new one called Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which I do own that, and I played it, and it's kind of like a Metroidvania game, and I really like it. It's really, really interesting. So there's people voting for her. There's also people voting for Shovel Knight, which is another indie game that's been developed by Yacht Club, and Shovel Knight's pretty cool. It's like an 8-bit Mega Man game, essentially. Speaking of Mega Man, we're fighting Mega Man, but that's another character that's actually doing pretty good right now on the ballot. In my opinion, I think that King K. Rool might be a good choice, but in my honest opinion, if I had to choose a Donkey Kong character, I would probably want to choose Dixie Kong before King K. Rool. On only the fact that King K. Rool really hasn't been that relevant since, I want to say Donkey Kong 64, but he was also in Mario Sluggers, if I remember correctly, the Mario baseball game. So, I mean, like, yeah, that'd be really interesting to bring in the main villain from Donkey Kong Country, but if I had to choose a Donkey Kong character for the Smash ballot, I would probably choose Dixie Kong rather than King K. Rool, but that's just my opinion, though. You guys are free to have your own opinions. You don't have to have me influence you whatsoever. I don't want that. You guys vote who you want to vote for. But that's pretty much what's been summed up in the Nintendo Direct, essentially, was the fact that Smash Brothers is getting DLC, plus they're also having like a community effect with the Smash Ballot to have a new character in Smash Brothers, which I think is really awesome. But Mewtwo, like I said before, he's got a lot of psychic powers, and if you use his B move, it charges up a Shadow Ball, which is kind of like Lucario's Aura Sphere, except one little thing, and you'll see it later after this multi-man melee, or multi-man smash. I didn't know that this one thing was... I thought it was going to happen, but it apparently wasn't going to happen with Mewtwo. Now, there was a lot of controversy with Mewtwo whenever he got released. Apparently, if you played 10-man Smash with Mewtwo, it could possibly corrupt your data. And unfortunately, that was a bad bug that Nintendo put in the game, and I'm glad they fixed it. They had another patch happen since the Club Nintendo users got Mewtwo. But I'm glad they fixed that, because that would have been bad. But that was kind of the dangers of doing so. I played a lot of Smash Brothers with some friends a couple days ago, whenever Mewtwo first came out. But now we're at Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and we're going to be fighting with Mewtwo. Now, you'll see it in this fight what I was talking about with this Shadow Ball. I kind of wanted to explain it while it's on screen. But like before, we're fighting Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and if you do enough damage right off the bat, it'll go on to the next phase, because we are playing on 7 difficulty. So, and Mewtwo, like I said before, the only problem I have with Mewtwo is I've noticed he's gotten a lot floatier than before. I know he was really floaty in Melee, but he got really floaty, and it's mostly to the fact that, well, I think that that's his weakness, is he can be juggled really fast. But now we're on to the Master Core fight of this. And unfortunately, like I said, that is a weakness with Mewtwo, is Mewtwo is really floaty. And that means that he can be launched pretty easily. And that's kind of an unfortunate side effect of Mewtwo. Now, I gotta go ahead and fight this Master Core and just avoid everything. I've gotten so good at this fight with Master Core, it's not even funny. I've been trying to do all the challenges this game has to offer, and I know that's gonna take a long time because I just beat the event mode all on hard with all the rewards gotten and everything. So that in itself was a really hard challenge to do. One of the biggest challenges in this game is to beat this game on 9.0 without losing a single life the entire game. As you guys can see, we get 2 lives every fight. So you aren't allowed to die at least once at all in 9.0. But that's really hard. I know a couple friends that actually just beat that just recently, and they said, holy crap, my heart was pounding. And I have to admit, yeah, this game is really nerve-wracking whenever you're trying to do a challenge. It's funny. But, anyways, we're on to the beast form of Master Core. Let's go ahead and launch off that Shadow Ball. I'm going to go ahead and launch off a bunch of Shadow Balls. And I've already, like I said before, I've gotten really good at this fight. I can already predict when he's going to do the moves and everything. He's got a really predictable pattern and everything. It's gotten a lot easier. I know when to put my shield up because I know when he's going to fight. Now, this is the part I was talking about that they kind of took away Mewtwo's ability. The Shadow Ball does not hurt whenever enemies touch it. If you remember, whenever I did this with Lucario, the Aura Sphere did damage to the sword right off the bat whenever it spawned, whenever I went over to where it was going to spawn. But unfortunately, Mewtwo's Shadow Ball does not have that effect anymore. And it used to in Melee. I think they took that out. They had to have, but I am kind of upset about that, because that was actually a cool little ability. Was the Shadow Ball hurts people whenever they touch it while it's charging up. But that's all right though. It's not a big loss about that. But now we're on to the Shadow Clone fight with Mewtwo. Let's go ahead and beat it up. One little thing with his combos is if you if you tap the A button and just repeatedly tap it, he'll get the enemy locked in a little phase of psychic power and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and launch that, and there he goes. We have beaten Master Core. The only thing left we need to do is to launch the ball off the screen. And one thing I really do like is they did keep Mewtwo's old taunt from Melee. They kept his laugh, his evil laugh, essentially. But I guess, in a sense, in my opinion, I think Mewtwo would be considered the quote-unquote villain for Pokemon. Because, well, he's kind of a little bit evil. He was evil in the movie, a little bit, until the end of the movie, and then he wasn't evil anymore. But there we go, we've beaten Classic Mode on 7.0 with Mewtwo, the new DLC character.
Final results.
And we didn't even lose, we didn't even get a continue that time, and I'm really happy about that. But I will be doing a bonus video with each of the characters and such that come out that's new. But there's Mewtwo's trophy. Now, you're probably wondering what Mewtwo's Final Smash is. I don't show it off, unfortunately. Mewtwo's Final Smash is, in fact, his Mega Evolution. But it's not like all the other Mega Evolutions that, you know, Lucario had and Charizard had. It's not like that. Essentially what happens is he transforms into Mega Mewtwo Y, which is one of his Mega Evolutions, because Mewtwo has 2 Mega Evolutions. He goes into Mega Mewtwo Y, and then like launches a big psychic Psyshock wave, and it pretty much launches everybody. It causes them to be dizzy, and then launches them off the screen. That's kind of what the Final Smash does. And I really do like this picture. Mewtwo's just standing there with all the Pikachus. The Pikachus are like, Mewtwo, play with us. But like I said before, if you haven't seen the playthrough of Smash Brothers and you want to know what this minigame is, essentially what you have to do is you have to hit the names in the credits when it's over a blank spot in the picture, and you'll reveal that portion of the picture. And if you get 100%, the only reward you get is 100 gold, which is nothing. It's just an extra chance to get money. But you do unlock a challenge, I do believe, if you get 100%. That's another reason why you want to do it. But really, this is kind of an extra minigame that you don't have to do. But I do it anyways, because, well, because it's fun. And it'll occasionally drop these items that you can use to reveal more spots on the wall and everything. But anyways, that is Mewtwo. I really do like this character. I've always really liked it. He was my main character I used in Melee, so it was really nice to see him come back in Smash Brothers again. After all these years and everything. Like I said before, the last game he was in Melee, so it was really a welcome addition for Sakurai to bring him back into the game and allow people to play him once again. So that's pretty much that for this playthrough of the Mewtwo Classic run here. Now, like I said before, I'm going to be doing this with all the DLC characters. Every DLC character that comes out, I'm going to be doing a run with Classic Mode, so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing from now on. They're not going to be as long as this one, because I just wanted to show how to get the DLC at the beginning, so that'll kind of be like... I do like that ending. But I will only do the Classic run. I won't be showing off the DLC bullcrap that I did at the beginning of the episode. I just wanted to show that off in case people didn't know how to access the DLC, which... Anyways, guys, that is it for this bonus episode of Super Smash Brothers for the Wii and for the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. In the next bonus video that we do, we will be taking a look at the next DLC character that comes out months from now. Actually, probably be a month from now, anyways. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video I do. Take care, everybody.